Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it's time to start off with the review for the Monday, October 26th edition of Monday Night Raw. Joey Logano and Busch host the show. The Raw roster gets their revenge on Big Show, and we find out the number one contender for John Cena's title. La revisión cruda comienza ahora. Just brushing up on my Spanish. Alright, welcome everyone to the show. I just want to thank all my subscribers and everyone who comments and rate my video. Once again, thank you. And let's start the show off. Let's start the review with Chris Jericho, who comes out to the ring and he's boasting about SmackDown winning bragging rights and the bragging rights ugly ass trophy. Anyway, Big Show says that despite the fact that he may have betrayed his team last night, he's still a proud member of the Raw roster. And then he announces that Teddy Long, since he won the matchup and since SmackDown won the matchup and Big Show helped, Teddy Long announced that Big Show is the new number one contender for Undertaker's title. Joey Logano and Busch, the hosts for the night, come out with the Bella Twins on their arms, and they say that they go back and forth, getting some heat and getting some cheers, this, that, and the other, and they announce the matchup, Big Show versus Triple H for tonight. And Chris Jericho is not exempt from action, so he's going to be going against Kofi Kingston, and the match starts right away. Alright, so then we have Kofi Kingston versus Chris Jericho in a great match. 4 out of 5, I'm going to say. For our opening match, I'm surprised that we got such a good match. It went 15 minutes long. It was a lot of fast action. Kofi Kingston already with his good in-ring skills, and then Chris Jericho obviously with his veteran skills made a really good matchup in which Kofi Kingston ends up getting the win. After the match, though, Kofi Kingston is celebrating on the ramp, and here comes Randy Orton, attacks him, throws him on the stage, and then we get the generic stare from Randy Orton. Randy Orton always does this damn stare like he's a lunatic, and it's just it's like, do you not have any other emotion besides crazed man? Anyway, after that, back from the break, Josh Matthews is interviewing Randy Orton, and El Legacy come, and they have a gift for Randy Orton, and the gift is Randy Orton's very own NASCAR car. Is it NASCAR or Randy Orton's very own NASCAR car? Whatever. So basically, Randy Orton does the same stare, and he's just looking at his picture on his car and loving it. A little too much, actually. Alright, the next match is Molina and Santino versus Chavo Guerrero and Jillian Hall. 1.5 out of 5. For some reason, Molina can't seem to stop botching stuff. Last week, she tripped walking up the stairs. She botched her own walk up the steps. And then, tonight, she botched a couple of her moves. And you could see the expression on her face. She was like, God, why can't I get this shit done? Either way, Molina and Santino get the win. And that's 1.5 out of 5. I mean, come on. You got Molina and Santino winning the matchup. It's not going to be anything spectacular. Then we have Hornswoggle coming out, and apparently like a lawyer or attorney come out to the ring and hand him a cease and desist order for using DX's gimmick, and that will come into play a little later on in the night. Justin Roberts is next in the ring. He introduces John Cena as new WWE champion. Okay, so instead of John Cena, we get Ted DiBiase and Cody Rhodes, and they come to the ring and they said that Randy Orton can't get a title shot, but why can't they? And so John Cena comes out and tells them that if they want a title shot, they'd have to earn a title shot just like everyone else. Right. So John Cena introduces their opponents for the night, MVP and Mark Henry, aka Going Nowhere and Fast. So they fight. 2.5 out of 5. Match, blah, come on. It's Mark Henry MVP match versus Legacy. Boring stuff. Some action that was okay, but for the most part boring stuff. So it's 2.5 out of 5. Randy Orton comes on out, and he says that despite the fact that he said that they wouldn't face off again, him and John Cena, he still wants a rematch, and he wants the rematch now. Next we have Kofi Kingston coming out, or not coming out. He's on the Titantron, and we see him in a way we've never seen him. The Jamaican accent is so far out the door, and that's a great thing. And we see him with aggression. He has Legacy's gift to Randy Orton, and he's backstage with the car, and he is just pissed off. Alright, so basically he just proceeds to key the car, takes a crowbar, smashes it, takes a bucket of paint, orange paint, and just dumps it all over the car. Randy Orton's pissed. Really good delivery by Kofi Kingston. I mean, that right there, that one segment right there with Kofi Kingston, I think was a glimpse of what he can become, because it was just brilliant. It was just really good. All right, next we have Evan Bourne and The Miz. 2 out of 5. Jack Swagger comes out during the matchup, and he's like, you know, Miz and Evan Bourne, nobody's watching the matchup. They're only watching one person, that's Eve. And Eve's watching me. And basically, Miz comes out the ring and asks if there's a problem. The referee's counting fast, so you know someone's going to get counted out. Evan Bourne hops over the ropes, takes them both out. Right before the referee gets to 10 on his speed count, Evan Bourne gets in the ring. Evan Bourne wins the match via count out. So Miz loses. Alright, next we have Sheamus making his Raw debut, looking paler than powder. And we have Jamie, I'm only used in the match once every 6 months, Noble. The match gets 1 out of 5. It was a squash match. Jamie Noble sucks. Moving along. The main event of the night, we have Big Show versus Triple H. 3 out of 5. The match was okay. Basically, what happens? Big Show and DX come out. Triple H announces that it's going to be a lumberjack match, and the lumberjack's going to be all the people on the Raw roster who you screwed by screwing us over. And Shawn Michaels also notes that John Cena is the special guest referee. Lumberjacks come out. They have a matchup. The match isn't really that good, but the ending is kind of cool, where all the Raw stars, the crowd really was into the ending of the matchup, where all the Raw stars got their shots on Big Show. Pretty nice ending to the match. Triple H wins the match because there was no disqualification, so they were able to do that. After the match, Joey Logano and Kyle Busch come out and thank the fans of the WWE for allowing them to host. And they have someone who's going to help them decide John Cena's #1 contender. And that person is Hornswoggle. And Hornswoggle apparently says that John Cena's not going to have a #1 contender. He's going to have #1 contenders. And those #1 contenders are standing in the ring with him right now. John Cena will be facing Triple H and Shawn Michaels in a triple threat matchup at Survivor Series, which I will be at. And that is how the show ends. Raw goes off the air. Alright, Raw wasn't that good tonight. I mean, we had one good match. We had the good matchup with Kofi Kingston and Chris Jericho, and then the main event ended on a good note. However, besides that, there was no build up really for the pay-per-view, which is understandable considering that we just had a pay-per-view. But the point of the fact is that if you're not going to have build up, you need to have at least some matches, because that's what wrestling is all about. Their actual wrestling, and it was really lackluster tonight. And so I'm going to go with below average, 4 out of 10 for Raw. That's the lowest rating I've ever given the show so far. It just wasn't, it didn't flow like the past couple of weeks with the build up for bragging rights, and the past couple of guest hosts were really good in their actions. Just tonight, Kyle Busch and Joey Logano were kind of nervous, and I mean, that's fair, but the show didn't have any wrestling to sustain it, so it was basically a 4 out of 10. Alright, so the question of the night is, what do you think of John Cena as a champion? Because right now, I'm not liking it. The whole thing is, Raw is stale. We have John Cena, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Randy Orton, and that's the main event. That's Raw's main event division. And it's terrible because you're building up so many stars for no reason. Stars that deserve it are being forced to stay at the mid-level because the only people who can be in the main event are John Cena, Triple H, Shawn Michaels, and Randy Orton. What's the point of building up suspense for the #1 contender of the night when basically you know that it's going to be one of those 4 men? It's just not, it doesn't make sense. And it's just like Raw needs to change and fast because it's stale. And Vince McMahon may be doing a good job of introducing new stars, but he has to support them. And I'm sorry, why not give Ted DiBiase a shot? I mean, because it doesn't look like the Randy Orton Ted DiBiase thing is going anywhere for right now. Why not do something different? I just don't understand what their rationale is in having the main event being the same every pay-per-view. But either way, looking forward to SmackDown. We're going to have the fallout between Batista and Rey Mysterio from bragging rights, as well as Undertaker and Big Show starting their feud up. Look for that review Friday night, Saturday morning. Thanks everyone for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, and answer the question of the night. Thank you so much. Peace out.